from the Tech Edu Berlin 2017. I'm Christina from WeConnect, and I'm really happy to be here with David Sanchez from Jaguar Land Rover. David, welcome to the conference, and thank you so much for your time to participate in the interview. Do you mind just briefly introducing yourself and tell us a bit more about your professional background?
Yeah, of course. Thanks, Christina. So, David Sanchez, I'm Senior Technical Specialist for ADAS at Jaguar Land Rover. I would say that my career has been fully focused on automated driving and ADAS. From the very beginning, I started to work on this topic in year 2000. Since year 2012, I'm the ADAS Technical Specialist at Jaguar Land Rover, Senior Technical Specialist in this case. I'm mostly working on the strategy for ADAS and automated driving, how we are going to move to automation, the technical implementation, and also I'm working in the pre-development activities for Jaguar Land Rover in this arena. So this is mainly my background. And of course, it's basically everything is focused into this currently in my day-to-day activities, so working with sensors, working with architectures, working with vehicles to make sure that we are ready for what's to come in the next years.
Mm-hmm. And you'll be moderating a Change Your Peers session later on this afternoon on the future complexity driven by level 4 automation.
Yeah, that's right.
Tell me a bit more about that. What insights are you hoping to get? What questions have you brought to the conference?
It's a really interesting topic because everybody's talking about automated driving as of today. I mean, there's a lot of hype, not only in this type of conferences, but also all around. I mean, general press, newspapers, magazines, people is talking about that. What is automated driving? When is automated driving coming? And I think one of the key aspects is to really to manage this hype that the people is having. So, are we having automated driving in 2 years' time? Well, maybe yes, but not as people is expecting. Just jump into the car and just drive. With regards to level 4, this is what we might consider one of the first applications of true automated driving to the highest extent. So you can be doing some stuff in the car that you wouldn't be doing in level 3. But there are still many open questions. For instance, how is going to be the fail-safe and fail operational architecture of the vehicle? How are we going to manage the full handling of the car? What's the cost of this architecture going to be? How are we going to validate the system? There are many open ends, and my expectation with the session in here is to have an open discussion with my peers, also not only from other OEMs, but also from tier ones or from the industry, to really understand what are the main concerns, what are the main topics for development in the upcoming years, and basically to gather a common understanding or to gather some opinions about what is level 4 going to be in the upcoming years.
Okay, and what do you think, or what is your personal perspective on level 4 and autonomous driving? When do you think will it really become a reality? What year?
Yeah, that's a really interesting question as well, because it will highly depend on who's developing and implementing level 4. We might see some disruptive companies, because we are seeing quite a lot of them in the last years, that they will be offering some level 4 possibilities. Maybe by 2020, 2021, we might see that in the market to some extent, maybe into some geo-fenced areas, but we'll see that. The more established players, they might come later. However, we are seeing in the last few years that there are more and more side companies that are being launched by the traditional players, and they might want to accelerate things. But yeah, I might think about 2020, 2021, we will start to see something in this area, and little by little it will be expanded to more use cases, more scenarios, so moving from geo-fenced urban areas or geo-fenced motorways to more and more scenarios.
And 2020 or 21 is quite a near future. It's only a few years ahead of us, really. What do you think are the biggest challenges that have to be overcome to actually...
So I would say that one of the biggest challenges that we are going to face is how to make sure that what we are going to deliver is safe enough to be a true automated driving that can replace the driver and can be fail operational. This is the key challenge that we are going to face. Of course, everything doing with the sensor set, everything doing with the cost-benefit analysis that we need to conduct, the safety measure regulations are also critical, but how to make it safe and how to make it available in most of the scenarios, this will be the key challenge. I think that verification and validation is one of the key goals that we will need to face in the upcoming years.
Okay. And you personally, what has actually brought you to this conference? What insights are you hoping to take away or get?
Yeah, so this conference, this is just my 3rd year in a row in this conference. I mean, I normally get quite a good insight about the industry, not only the OEM vision, but also the tier 1s and also the tier 2 suppliers. And my expectation is to exchange ideas with some of my peers, and also to know some new companies that are appearing that can be extremely useful for us in the future.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing your insights. Really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your conference.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.